we have one of those rare opportunities where we are running ahead of the time. So I think we will just grasp the opportunity, if that's fine for you, Parbati, to start with your talk now, or do you need some more time for preparations, or that's fine with you if we continue now 10 minutes in advance?
Just I would like to say something, because there were other presentations also, because Leela Naija could not present the papers, and Parbati also is now going to present the papers. All these are related with the live DBT. While preparing the live DBT, so these papers were being developed, and then the SSL is also a part of the live DBT. And if Leela had been there, she would have presented the live demo of the VuFind, but unfortunately she could not come present the papers. So all these are part of the live DBT, and we have segregated so that one papers will not be a very big one.
Okay, thank you very much. Are you planning on publishing the slides of Leela as well later on after the summit, so that maybe some from the audience could at least read in the slides what was being talked about?
Yes, yes, I will do that one.
I mean, if that's all right, or if you're not already planning on publishing them on the live DVD on the training.org VuFind.org website, so one could read it then again.
No,
right?
no, whatever has been used for developing the live DBT, all documentations are available free of cost from the training.VuFind.org, as well as in the wiki of also wiki of the VuFind also. I am working with the Damien to update the documentations in the wiki.
All right. Thank you very much again. Okay, so our next talk will be by Parbati Pandey. She's from the Tribhuvan University, and as already mentioned, she's also working in the live DVD project. And she will talk about VuFind and Koha integrate. No, sorry, that's the wrong line. The SSL secure sockets layer for library software with reference to free SSL certification. So Parbati, welcome, and if you're ready to go, you can share your screen now, please.
Thank you, sir. Namaste to all the respected sir, ma'am, and participants. Myself, Parbati Pandey from Nepal. Now I'm going to present a presentation on the topic Secure Socket Layer SSL for library with reference to free SSL certificate. Now I would like to share the screen and start the presentation, please. My topic is SSL Secure Socket Layer for library software with reference to free SSL certificate.
Can you share the screen?
I'm going to.
Yes.
Sharing screen, sir.
Yes, the screen is all right. Yes.
I'm also audible, sir.
I can see the screen. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. In library software, user name and password is required to access library data. In most of the developing countries like Nepal, the protocol being used in HTTP for accessing database online. This protocol was invented 30 years back, which used a client-server model. But any data being sent through HTTP is open and can be manipulated by third party before it reaches to the destination, that is server. HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, requires a TLS, Transport Layer Security certificate, to be installed in the server. This certificate can be applied to different protocols like web, email, and then file transfer protocol. An SSL or TLS certificate works by storing randomly generated keys, public and private, in a server. The public key is verified with the client, and the private key is used in the description process. HTTP is just like a protocol, but when it paired with TLS, it becomes HTTPS, and it also called the secure version of HTTP. When HTTPS appears in the URL in padlock symbol, like this padlock symbols. In this study, the discussion is limited to free SSL certificate due to its availability free of cost and suitable to library software in developing countries like Nepal. In most of the library do not allocate their budget to purchase expensive software to secure the library data. And free SSL certificate provides the same level of encryption as the paid ones. There are two types of free SSL certificates. One is self-signed certificates and another certificate authority, that is CA. Self-signed certificates are the ones in which there is no need for any certificate authority to sign them. They are signed by the issuer him or herself. This type of certificate is used for IP address where not available of domain name. And another one certificate authority is another free SSL certificate signed by certificate authority, and it is limited to domain validated. If domain name is available, in many cases it is better to use certificate authority signed certificate. In the presentation, we are focusing only SSL signed by certificate authority limited to domain validated. This such type of domain validated certificate has a number of characteristics that is showing X that 509 automated generated. It often cheaper and free, and can be generated and validated without any documentation and can be issued instantly. SSL communication diagram shows how to generate public key and private key and SSL certificate. This diagram shows how to generate it. This source is taken from here. Materials and method. The procedure for creating free SSL certificates for the following software are given below. Even though there are two types of SSL certificates, this study only focused on CA signed free SSL certificate for Koa integrated library software, DSP digital repository software, VuFind, Subject Plus, and WordPress. These all are compiled in LiveDVD and open source software. Step first of all, we should have to configuring Apache to use SSL. The key and certificate files are saved under this directory etc SSL. Apache configuration has to be modified to take advantage of this. The adjustment to the configuration file is made as follows: creating a configuration on snippet to specify strong default SSL settings, modify the included SSL Apache virtual host file to point to the generated SSL certificate. Next step, and then enabling the changes in Apache. The following step has to be performed to take the changes in effect. Enable mode SSL, the Apache SSL module, and mode adders, which is needed by some of the settings in the SSL snippet with the A2N mode command. If there is no syntax error, the config test can be done with the following command: sudo apache stl config test, and the following result will be displayed if everything is successful. Output and syntax okay. After the aforementioned command, restart Apache with the following command: service Apache to restart. Another, we should have to installing Let's Encrypt with the Tomcat. Web access to this space is provided by Apache Tomcat via the XMLUI or GSUI web applications. Steps for installing SSL through Let's Encrypt CA with Tomcat. Let's Encrypt is a free, open, and automated authority brought by the ISRG organization, that is non-profit organization. Prerequisite, it was tested on Ubuntu 16.04.6 and another Tomcat version is at 5.37. First of all, we should have to install shortboot, and then for Ubuntu and Debian, the following commands should be applied. After installing shortboot successfully, the following tool can be used to create an SSL certificate for the domain pointed in the DNS, like this following command. After that, shortbooks asks to enter email which is necessary to that Let's Encrypt organization notifies at the time of updating the certificate or notification related to confidentiality. This is a short screenshot for the term and condition for Let's Encrypt organization. Now a directory containing SSL certificate information has been created on the server being used in the directory. So let's encrypt as follows. Let us assume Apache Tomcat installation directory is opt Tomcat 8. Just make sure not to move the PM files, only copy them as follows command line. cd etc then script library-base.helpnet.org.np and other command. Set the permission as follows. This command. The configuration directory should now look like this screenshot. The last step is to edit server.xml and configure the HTTPS connector. Higher up your favorite editors should be Vim and scroll through the file until you find the HTTPS connector tab. This section is connected by default. Remove the open and closing comments and configure the connector with the PM files we copied earlier. This part server.xml should now look like this. Port here 8443 should be opened. Restart Tomcat Server and access application with HTTPS. If everything is okay, then padlock sign is appear in your URL with URL. This is all about configuration SSL in Apache Tomcat taken from this site. Another one is in Let's Encrypt in Kua ILS. Visual Kua is integrated library open source software. It is widely used all over the world. By default, Kua has only one configuration file in the directory. It is Apache 2 sites enable instance. But we have to split the opaque and admin parts into separate files as given in the table. this opaque library db.configuration file and staff library db.conf file. We have to split here. And run the following commands to create symlinks or soft links. Symlinks also called soft links in the directory etc Apache 2 sites enabled. Sudo add to second site of pack library dvd.hasnet.org.np and another sudo a to inside staff library dvd.hasnet.org.np sites enabled. To create SSL through Let's Encrypt, run the following command. This command should be run. The domain name opaque library dvd.hasnet.org.np and staff library dvd.hasnet.org.np should be replaced by the actual domain name, which is redirected as following. Installing SSL with Let's Encrypt in WordPress is another software. Create virtual host file in etc Apache 2 sites available with the following information through an editor. Sudo vim etc Apache 2 sites available wordpress.com. Create or paste the following information instead of mydomain.com. Actual domain name can be written and in the document root actual path of the WordPress folder should be given. Here the command line virtual host 80 server admin mydomain.com and server name mydomain.com, server alias this one. And then to enable the virtual host, just created run the following command sudo and site to wordpress.com and sudo add to en mode rewrite. Restart Apache 2 with the following command. Add to en site in script enables specified site which contains a virtual host block within the Apache 2 configuration. If no error is displayed, it will create symlinks with etc Apache 2 sites as enabled. Setting of Let's Encrypt SSL certificate on Apache or WordPress, it is run under the folder etc Apache 2 sites enabled. Sudo shortcut Apache to example.com. The domain example.com should be replaced by the actual domain name. Another harvesting software is VuFind, which is also an open source software. Installing SSL with Let's Encrypt in VuFind. Create the virtual host in the directory etc Apache 2 sites available as follows. ETS virtual host 80 and server admin for the unknown. This was tested in HealthNet Nepal server. And document root user local VuFind and their port was 180 as mentioned above 9090. Run the following commands to create symlinks in the directory etc Apache 2 sites enable. Sudo add to en sites VuFind.conf. Run the following command to create SSL. Sudo shortboot Apache d VuFind hasnet.org.np. URL was changed to this one in the file VuFind.ini of the directory usr local VuFind config VuFind. The domain VuFind hasnet.org.np and server admin for the known Gmail should be replaced by the actual domain name. Renewals of the SSL certificate. The created certificates only valid for 90 days. So before expiry, its encrypt will send notice before 30 days. then expiry date. The certificate can be renewed with the following command. With this command, all the certificates due for renew will be renewed. And for shortboard renew, the command can also be put into cron job like this: sudo cron tab se. And another command is for auto renew. This one is that user bin shortboot dash auto renew. By this command, every day at 1 a.m. it will be renewed. Conclusion. In this study, Persis has begun to create domain-validated certificates for Apache Tomcat used for DSpace, less encrypt for Apache using Koha, integrated library software, WordPress, and VuFind. All these procedures help to create security socket layer free of cost, which may be helpful for library professionals in developing countries or to those library organizations who want SSL free of cost. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Parbati. Do we have some questions?
Don't see any questions at the moment. There was a general question that came through. That was an excellent question, but I'm not seeing any questions for Parbati at this time.
So Parbati, are there on the live DVD already, is there the SSL setup prepared? I mean, except for creating the keys, obviously, but are there any how to say? Have you? Are there is it prepared to, for using SSL or for the catalogs?
I hope due to my language problem, all of the technical questions will be provided by my teacher, respected teacher, Professor Dr. Mohanraj Pradhan. Sir, you are mute. Sir, you are mute.
Yeah. So now you can hear, no? Hello?
Yes, now you,
Yes.
I can hear you.
Yes. The SSL is not all provided in the live DVD, but because since we have prepared the live DVD and then people demanded the SSL, that also free of cost. So in the training courses, while using the live DVD, we are applying this technology and we have tested it while preparing the live DVD. So in the training courses, we are teaching how to apply the SSL in all the software packages which are being incorporated in the live DVD.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, that's good.